What's up, friends? I'm in downtown San Juan Capistrano at a killer place that's doing all organic produce and proteins, 100% scratch-made bakery items here at an old train depot from 1894. We're checking out Trevor's at the Tracks. Hey friends, I'm Jake Shoemate, and I'm all about living a healthy life. That means eating delicious, locally sourced food, chasing adventure, all while caring for the planet. Living in Southern California, we have a ton of opportunity to do all three. Several years ago, I was able to fulfill a lifelong dream, and I bought a 1973 Volkswagen bus. She'd been living in a barn in Montana and needed a little bit of love. She's our key to adventure as we travel around and visit all these great places. I call her the Joy Bus. I'd like to introduce you to some amazing destinations and hopefully inspire you to seek out this kind of life wherever you are.
I'm good.
Come along with me and see where the Joy Bus will take us today on Joy Bus Journeys. What's up, friends? We're hanging out with Executive Chef Joseph Tripi. We're going to be looking at one of his favorite dishes, the vegan tempeh Kung Pao. Let's check this out. All right, Chef, what are we doing?
Well, we are getting our saute pan really hot so that we can sear our vegetables. The vegetables we use, about 6-7 vegetables, some of which come from our garden right out front of the restaurant. And like our Chinese snap peas, some of our bok choy, and some carrots. We also have what's called a tempeh, which is a soy-based product. Looks like this after we dust it in flour. It's got a little seasoned out, a little crispy, like they would for chicken for a Kung Pao. And we also take eggplant and also do the same with it. And that goes into the dish with some of our sweet and spicy Kung Pao sauce. We let that kind of caramelize the sauce where it gets a little thicker, gets a little caramelization of all the sugars that are inside the sauce. Makes for a nice dish, not too sweet, not too spicy. And we're gonna take that, it's gonna go right over our cilantro lime rice. We're actually gonna garnish that with some toasted black and white sesame seeds, some crushed peanuts, and some fresh chopped cilantro, which is also from our garden.
Man, that is delicious and sweet and salty and fresh. The little bit of peanuts on top just gives it that extra crunch. Makes it a little bit saltier. The cilantro on top, super fresh. Oh my gosh, so delicious. A little bit of pineapple in there, just cuts that salt. Oh man, that's delicious. There's no way that you would even know that that's a vegan dish all day long.
Yep, perfect.
I love this place because the atmosphere. There's something about this patio and the people that work here. And Trevor's such a great, genuine guy. And he knows how to hire people that really care. So I feel like I'm being cared for when I'm here. So I love that about the place, and you feel like family.
Trevor, what was your vision for starting this restaurant?
The vision was to have one of the better restaurants in South Orange County, something that focuses on farm-to-table food.
So if people don't understand what farm-to-table means, what's farm-to-table mean?
It's just responsible sourcing and knowing where your food comes from and not having everything imported. We're going as close to, getting the closest farm and bringing it to the table.
So you guys also have a big garden out front, and do you guys use that, or is that just for looks?
We use 100% of it, and we try to gear what we plant to the menu ideas.
And what's the difference, though, when somebody comes and gets a chicken dish from you guys versus somebody else? What's going to be different
Pasture
about
Birds
it?
out of Murrieta, it's the most humane way to possibly, cultivate and take care of a poultry farm. And we serve it here in a couple of different ways, but the biggest way is we do a beer can chicken.
So the beer can chicken here is so killer, and it's really important to remember that the choices that we make in our food can actually make a really big impact in the environment. And so if each of us made a small choice, what happens is that adds up into a really big choice. And the great thing about Pasture Bird is that the chickens are living how chickens are supposed to. They're eating what they're supposed to. They're not crammed in cages. And then what actually comes out is a really phenomenal tasting dish that the meat's totally different. So really great way to flex your environmental muscle by eating beer can chicken. So what did you have today?
I got the double-decker tacos.
And why do you love those?
Phenomenal. You've never had these before anywhere else. So when I go places like Trevor's, you get the experience of a one-of-a-kind dish. And that's why I come back. Fresh ingredients, good service, amazing ambiance.
You're awarded an ocean-friendly restaurant.
Okay, so what does that mean? The foundation?
Yeah, there's a lot of criteria. I like to surf, and we care about the ocean and what goes into it. And we're jumping on that train of no more plastic straws.
So Surfrider Foundation is a nonprofit that's out there that's helped protecting our oceans. It's a great thing that you can become a member of, but it takes a lot of work for a restaurant to be a part of their certification process. So you can feel really good about the seafood and the waste that's being produced in a restaurant. And so restaurants produce a lot of waste, right? Like a traditional restaurant produces a lot of waste. But what about you guys? What's your guys' way of handling all of that?
The underlying themes that I wanted to convey with this place is making it as zero waste as possible. Obviously, we're wasteful people, but there's certain ways and practices where you can control that.
So
That's huge.
What they're doing here, you guys, is they're taking everything that used to go in the landfill and they're using it in some way, shape, or form. So they're taking the green waste, they're taking some protein like the chicken bones, they're working with a local company that's actually turning that into energy and that's turning that into fertilizer. So that's an amazing thing to feel like that you're not just coming and eating a great dish, but this is also propagating just the positive impacts of the environment. And again, a lot of people making small choices really can make a big impact. Then you guys also bring in live music. You guys have live music a lot, right?
Yeah, every night and all day on Saturdays and Sundays. We do a great Sunday brunch, and we have a tremendous patio, 24-seater outside patio bar.
Whenever I come to Trevor's, one of my favorite things is to order these Brussels sprouts. They are killer. The goat cheese, the cranberries, the toasted, kind of toasted flavoring on the Brussels sprouts is amazing. And I want you guys to come down and try this. So you're flash frying the Brussels.
Ready?
How long are you gonna flash fry them for?
About 90 seconds.
Okay.
Got some of our house herbs, which is basil, red chili flakes, and parsley. A little salt, pepper.
And what are we gonna top this with?
So we're gonna put our drunken cranberries on there.
And what's a drunken cranberry?
Drunken cranberries are dried cranberries that we steep and reconstitute them with red wine. And the cranberries soak up the red wine. It cooks off the alcohol, so you just get that nice wine flavor without the booziness. Now we're gonna put some goat cheese crumbles on here, which makes it nice and creamy, kind of a nice contrast to the sweet.
So you got sweet, you got salty, you got crunchy.
Yep, and
You're hitting all
creaminess.
these.
And then we take our balsamic reduction,
Which you make all in-house.
make that in-house with balsamic vinegar, and sugar.
These are gigantic Brussels sprouts, by the way. The goat cheese with the house herbs on there. The drunken cranberries. This is a killer combination. You could eat this just as a meal. This is one of my favorites at Trevor's at the track. What do you like about the Brussels sprouts?
Probably, we're actually like Brussels sprout connoisseurs. We've tried a lot of different Brussels sprouts.
Yes.
We like the combination of the balsamic, the type of cheese they use, the chopped up, I think it's bacon or prosciutto.
Pancetta.
It's a good combo. Pancetta? Pancetta.
You were talking to me about that you wanted to change the culture of restaurants. What's that all about?
Just mostly in regards to sourcing and how restaurants function. They're super wasteful, and having worked with the past in hotels and seen a massive operation and other operations, what you throw out is wasteful, and where you source it's terrible. And so I'd like to be that one change that we can make a bigger change.
So you guys, I hope you'll come down, you'll meet Trevor, you'll try some of this amazing food. And if you're nowhere near San Juan Capistrano, there are other restaurants out doing the same thing as Trevor's at the tracks. I hope you guys will search those out and try and go support what Trevor's doing and the other people out in the world trying to make a difference through great food and making a difference in the environment. Well, you guys, we had a killer day here hanging out with Trevor at his restaurant. We got to see the amazing dishes that he's making. We got to taste some amazing food, hear about the impact that he's making in the environment and in the community. Hope that you guys will come down and try out Trevor's at the tracks, or find someplace that's like Trevor's near you that's making a difference in the environment and just offering great food. Hope you guys will join us again on another episode of Joy Bus Journeys. What's up, friends? Super excited to be sharing with you guys one of my buds. Giant garden out front, 100% scratch made, all bakeries inside. This place is awesome. Locally sourced produce and protein at an amazing... Dude, what's wrong with me today? I totally forgot what the name of the dish is. The vegan
Tempeh Kung Pao.
Vegan tempeh Kung Pao. Vegan tempeh Kung Pao. All right. What's up, friends? We're hanging out here with Executive Chef Joseph Tripi in the back. We're gonna be... My brain is not working today. All right. Vegan...
Executive Chef.
Executive
Joseph
Chef,
Tripi.
yes. Vegan
Tempeh Kung Pao.
Vegan tempeh Kung Pao. Vegan tempeh Kung Pao. All right.